Hey there, everybody. Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
And we are here with what has to be the first, genuinely, how did this happen moment of Dancing with the Stars, season 28. I mean, obviously, spoilers.
What is happening? What is happening?
Sailor Brinkley-Cook is gone. She has had to set her ship far away. She is sailing away from this competition. Already, we are confused. We are upset.
Also, Allie in the bottom too. I do not understand what is happening here. I truly don't.
Well, we're gonna try to figure this out over this video. I mean, we'll talk about other performances too, but I mean, we gotta dissect what America is doing. What are they thinking?
Here?
How this happened? Before we do anything else, though, if you enjoy this video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to CARTERMATT on YouTube, and hit the notification bell, because every Monday you can see us probably continue to be shocked and upset by Dancing with the Stars results over the next few weeks, because I have a feeling that this is not going to end anytime soon, so be prepared. The funny thing is this. They changed the rules after this past season to be like, okay, you know what? We don't want to have people who aren't as good sticking around for as long a period of time.
Yeah, but they still need to be voted into the bottom or they can't get rid of them.
And I'm of all sorts of minds about this, because there is, of course, this part of me that feels very much like, okay, you know what? It's good to have surprises every now and then on Dancing with the Stars, because if it's predictable every time, it's boring. But then we get in this situation where something like this happens, and yes, it's unpredictable, but it also makes me upset.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not on here to drag Sean Spicer or anything, but
Yeah.
he has improved every week, and I do like to see people who are improving every week, but he is still I'm sorry, but he is the worst of the bunch. And with the caliber of dancers that are on this season, it is really frustrating to see that happen. Especially when we've got someone like Allie, who's been getting 9 after 9 after 9.
Yeah.
How did she end up in the bottom at all? She has a big fan base. She's a beautiful dancer. Sailor, I know she doesn't have the same fan base as anybody else. Nobody had really heard of her that much before this. But what a beautiful dancer. I'm in shock. I honestly don't know what to say.
Well, I think if I'm going to really try hard and put Coco Vanderwolf down here, but okay, I think if I'm going to try hard to figure out exactly what went down here, I think it's a product of a few different things. I mean, we can't forget about the fact, not getting political, but the president did tweet out a note last week for people to vote for Sean. Those votes counted this week because there was a non-elimination. I don't think we can forget about that. We can't forget about the fact that Sean has an audience that is out there. We also can't forget about the fact that Sailor, other than fans of her mom, probably doesn't have that much of a fan base. I know she has modeled, but models traditionally on Dancing with the Stars, they don't do very well. Most of them go home fairly early. This is not bucking that trend at any point. And I think it would be one thing if Sailor came on and she was a big electric personality, because we've seen that before on Dancing with the Stars, who people who may not necessarily be the most famous end up winning a lot of people over just because they're so effervescent and funny. Sailor, she seems like a normal person. She actually seems like, we would see her at maybe a coffee shop and we'd have a conversation with her and she would be perfectly nice and reasonable. She doesn't come across as a huge personality.
No, and that might have been part of it. I mean, for me, I had never seen Karamo before the season. I'd never heard of Kel really, except through you before this season. And they're such big, beautiful personalities that I can't help but have fallen in love with this season. But yeah, for Sailor, it feels like she's a perfectly nice person who's a gorgeous dancer. But there was nothing about the story or her personality that I was really connecting to. So it's surprising that she went home because she's such a beautiful dancer, but it's in some ways not surprising because she's she doesn't have the same fan base. The thing that I'm finding the most frustrating or surprising is that Allie was in the bottom 2 with such a high score, such beautiful dances, and such a huge fan base.
I definitely don't think we're overstating the fan base that Allie has. I think the problem that with maybe for Allie is I think she has all of these Fifth Harmony fans, but is she getting people outside of the Fifth Harmony fans? Because that's, I think, one of the things that we've come to sort of see time and time again on Dancing with the Stars is like you can come in with your people,
yeah,
but you got to find some more people along the way. Unless, of course, you've got a huge percentage of the country voting for you, as Sean may very well have.
Yeah, and that's kind of where we are in this competition at this point. Seeing Sean not being in the bottom 2, especially this particular time after these 2 performances, it's very clear that Sean is not going anywhere and that we are going to see really good dancers going home.
Yeah, this is gonna happen. Let's just all get into Matt's Real Talk corner here for a moment.
Yeah,
put on your hard hats.
Yeah,
brace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean is going nowhere, and it's going to be for a while.
Yeah.
I do feel that once he is in the bottom, the judges will send him home, but there's going to be, after seeing tonight, other good dancers that were going to be here with our jaws on the ground, not understanding what's happening, and getting really pissed off as the weeks are going on, because as happy as I am that I got to see my Kate, my Karamo, you got to see your Cal, watching Sailor go home, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. I don't understand it. I don't like it. I don't want it.
Well, I just think ultimately this is the way that it's going to go. I think Sean, we're going to have him probably for a couple more weeks at least. I think we'll lose a couple more people along the way. Sailor, we were going to lose Sailor. Probably, I didn't think we'd lose her this week. I'll be clear about that.
No, I thought maybe coming in the next few weeks we were going to lose Karamo, we were going to lose Sailor, we might lose Cal. I thought these were sort of the people that we could lose before or around when we're going to maybe lose Sean.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that's throwing me off is seeing Allie in the bottom with those scores.
Well, I think the thing is that we lost Sailor this time. I thought we were going to lose Karamo this time. I thought we were going to lose Sailor next week. I thought we were probably going to lose, I hate to say it, I think we were probably going to lose Kel the week after. And then I thought we would probably lose either Sean or Kate at that point. And I thought that would be sort of the way of things. The Allie thing is a surprise, but this too shall pass for Allie Brooke. Because I think what is going to happen is Allie's fans, they're not happy right now. I have not been on Fifth Harmony Twitter yet, but I have a feeling
they're rallying.
Yeah, I feel like they are not happy. They've realized that they may have dropped the ball a little bit, so they're probably rallying up. They're going to be okay for at least the next couple of weeks or so. I wouldn't worry too much about her. I would worry about Karamo. I would worry about Kel. You know, eventually it's going to get there with Sean, but kind of the weird thing that's going to be sort of crazy about all of this, there will be people who get more and more angry at Sean staying. And guess what? That's just going to make Sean's fans vote for him more and more.
Absolutely. I think that I don't think we're going to see Sean win the show or anything like that. But I do feel after tonight that we are going to see a lot more really good dancers going home before him.
Yeah. And that's the way of it. We just have to accept that and just enjoy everything else for what it has.
Yeah.
Probably why Tom Bergeron didn't want him on the show in the first place, because I think Tom has been on this show long enough to know the controversial political figure always ends up making it very far. Remember when that person shot their TV because they were upset about Bristol Palin?
Yes.
That was a top 5 Dancing with the Stars headline for me, by the way, in terms of just like pure enjoyment. Like that's right up there with Tutti Frutti What a Booty as like the greatest...
Yeah, Len Goodman saying your booty is out of control is something I never thought I'd be hearing or repeating.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Well, this is the thing. Ultimately, we can be upset about the results, Dancing with the Stars is a silly ballroom competition that features spray tans, it features sequins, it features Lynn Goodman talking about people's butts, it features Carrie Ananaba falling out of a chair, and it features Tom Bergeron, who I don't have any specific point to make on other than just he makes more puns than I do, and I find that incredibly impressive.
Well, what was your favorite dance of the night? And don't just say Kel because you love Kel. What was the dance? Because there was a lot of dances tonight that were beyond moving.
There were some really good dances, and I want to try to think about things, and I want to try to process them over properly, because there's a couple of different ways I would look at it. If I'm thinking in terms of the person who I was the most surprised by, and I know he's good, I would still say James, because that is the hardest dance, in my opinion, to do, the samba. Yep. Because you gotta get your body to do things that your body doesn't want to do. Like, I think my body would snap in half trying to do what James did in this dance. So, in terms of that, I think his degree of difficulty was the highest, and he doesn't really get to sort of anchor it on any sort of story or any sort of thing like that to really set the mood for the audience. It's, okay, we're gonna go and watch James Vanderbeek from Dawson's Creek do a samba to some EDM music, which is like the weirdest cocktail I've ever heard in my life. And yet, it worked for me.
Yeah, it did. It was great.
But what about for you?
I know it's going to be a big surprise that I really loved Karamo's dance, but I thought he really improved this week.
He did.
And the dance was really beautiful, and it really touched me. I felt myself starting to feel like I was going to cry watching his dance, which is something that doesn't really happen to me very often. But actually, there was a lot of times I felt like I was going to cry tonight. Even watching Sailor have this most genuine breakdown that I feel like I've ever seen on TV was like heart-wrenching. I could feel that pain through the TV. But there was a lot of dances tonight that I was feeling that from. But Karamo really brought that to me tonight.
It was a weird night for me because I think there were a lot of dances that like sort of put me in a time machine. The past Dancing with the Stars seasons past. Like, I feel bad for Christy Brinkley. I feel bad for Sailor because she was so genuinely upset. With that in mind, I can't make my jokes about this being the result of her doing the same song as Stacy Keibler from season 2, and it was the curse of Stacy Keibler's iconic jive coming back to haunt her and destroy her season. But
yeah, but Sailor's dance was
so
good. I really enjoyed that dance as well, and it was probably my favorite dance from her. So, I mean, going out on that dance, you can't feel that bad. Like, it was a good dance.
It was a good dance, and Karamo's was a great dance. It reminded me a little bit of when, we talked about Rashad Jennings earlier this season doing the dance while Ray Lewis had to sit there and watch. But Rashad did a dance that was really similar to Karamo's on his season, where it was also dedicated to his father, who he'd had a difficult relationship with here or there, and his father was in the audience, and it was like, this like brought me right back to that place. It wasn't as good as Rashad's, but Karamo's not the dancer that Rashad is. Karamo still was very, very good tonight. And, I think we talked about it after the routine. If Karamo had gone tonight, he would have had nothing to be ashamed of. He would have went out a champion at heart.
On a beautiful dance.
Yeah, on a beautiful dance that was personal to him. I've learned a lot more about Karamo as a human being these past couple of weeks, and that's just made me like him so much more as a person. And it's just sort of like, I would want to be in a room with Karamo. And it's like, I
want Karamo to adopt me as well.
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say that. I said that. I'm putting it out there. Karamo, if you need a daughter to be coming into your family, I'm available. I will love to be your daughter. I will absolutely, you can adopt me any day.
She makes good cookies for the holiday season, Karamo. Just consider that.
Good cookies.
This is gonna be.
I'm adoptable. Karamo.
This video has turned into something very different now.
That's okay. Nobody's watching anymore.
Well, okay, they're still watching. We cannot do this 2 weeks in a row. But, okay, so are you ready for This Week in Kel?
Let's hear it.
Okay, this is my segment where I go off the rails every single time. But I don't actually want Kel to adopt me, by the way, mostly because I don't know if I would be able to contain myself if I'm in the same room with him. I'd probably hyperventilate or faint or something. Kel, you did well tonight. I'm proud of you. It was quite possibly like the costuming department decided that they were going to put the tacky outfit on you instead of Sean for a week.
I was going to say, Sean got a break finally of not having like the goofiest outfit. When I saw him in his tux, I was like, finally, he doesn't have to wear like this crazy lime green or dress up really funky or weird. Like they just dressed him up real nice. And then Kel got some polka dotted strange deal going on, but it didn't affect his dancing. He was still awesome. He
moved around the floor really well. I thought the part of it where, he and Whitney were separated from each other, there was still some good stuff going there. I feel like we're getting a little bit more of Kel. Kel. I'm going to talk to you now here.
Here comes the adoption speech.
No adoption speech. No, my heart couldn't take it. But, okay, no. Kel, I like what you're doing. I want you to get to the end, though. How do we get to the end?
Oh, God, here comes the good burger.
No, I'm not doing the good burger thing yet, because now we're not in crisis mode now, Kel. We were doing okay. You haven't been at the bottom for a while. Save this for the freestyle. You know what I'm talking about. You do the good burger for the freestyle. You win Dancing with the Stars. You gotta kidnap Kenan Thompson from Studio 8H in New York. I know he's busy. SNL, it's coming back this weekend. I was about to say he's got an off weekend. Okay, SNL's not gonna have Kenan this week, unfortunately. They'll have to find someone else to play Willie in Weekend Update. Kidnap him, bring him to the studio, have him be in the audience, have him be in the rehearsal. He can be the token. Wasn't it, I think it was Allie who brought her mom.
Yes, the studio audience person that's there for your support.
Yeah, Kel can bring Kenan, and Kenan can come in, and, I don't care if anybody else votes, but I just need this in my life, Kel. You don't understand what this mean to me.
We're going to reel you back in. So I can have more time to talk to Karamo and ask him to adopt. No, I'm kidding.
Are you ready for this weekend, Kate? Now that we have effectively creeped out Kel and Karamo to where they will never want to be in a room with us.
Kate was really great this week. I can't say enough about her. She really was beautiful. The dance was beautiful. I just love her. I love her. And she's someone I am worried that Sean Spicer's going to take out. And he really shouldn't.
This is why we're talking so much about Kel and Kate and Karamo, because we're probably going to lose them all before Sean. So we have to get it in right now. I do have a pet peeve, though, for Kate. It has nothing to do with Kate. Unless Kate actively chose I Have Nothing as her song choice.
Oh, God, here we
go.
go.
If this is the case, Kate.
Here comes the soapbox.
How dare you?
How dare you?
I Have Nothing, and this is no disrespect to the late, great Whitney Houston. I'm sure when this was first done, I know it was made famous in The Bodyguard, and I know this because I have heard it sung on 2,000 singing shows over the course of the past 10 years. Every single time they mention, we're doing this song from The Bodyguard, and it's Whitney Houston, as though we're all blown away that this concept exists, that there was a song from The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston, which she was obviously known for. You're not blowing our minds talking about it all the time. I am so tired of hearing I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston. As good of a song as it may be, I know all the words to this song. I have never heard it once on the radio. I have just heard it 2,000 times on television.
And see, I'm a little bit in a different spot because Matt covers all the singing shows. So there's like a list of like 5 or 10 songs that whenever they get played, because they get played on every single one of them, I just hear him groan in the other office, and he's like, no, it's this again. Oh my God, can't you get another playlist? So I understand where he's coming from, but like this might have actually been one of the first times I've ever heard it.
Oh, how great it must be to be able to actually focus on the dance rather than have like my muscle memory of just hearing this song 2,000 times kick in and make me be like, why are we doing this again? Hello, darkness, my old friend. I have to deal with this all over again. But it's okay. I'm calm. I probably don't sound calm because I may be arrested after this video for suggesting that Kenan Thompson be kidnapped by Kel Mitchell. But anyway, is there anything?
I just asked Karamo to adopt a full-grown woman, so maybe we'll both be in jail together.
Pretty sure that's not a crime though. But anyway, is there anything else you want to talk about before I try to run to an undisclosed location?
No, I think that pretty much wraps up what we've got going on.
All right, so let us know what you think about Sailor's elimination, how it happened. I do have one more point I want to make, though. I just thought of this.
Okay.
I know there are going to be people who come out and say, I'm voting for Sean because he's never done this before. It's like, he's like one of us in that sense.
Absolutely, and I understand that, and the idea that he is improving every week.
But at the same time, Karamo has also never done something like this before.
Who is also improving every week.
And Karamo can also just be like us. I don't know what Sailor's dance experience was like, but, it didn't seem like she was extremely confident.
She just felt like a very normal person.
Yeah. So I think that's something.
One of us.
Yeah, that's all something to consider while we make these arguments. But anyway, let us know what you thought about tonight in the comments, and also give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further. Get a shirt like the one I'm wearing by checking out the link in the description to the CARTERMATT store. Thank you guys so much, and unless I am in prison, we'll see you here next time.